It's another week, another album. It's the Album Review Club. Straight Loud Entertainment. On Instagram, on YouTube. Pretty soon it's gonna be everywhere.
Hey, the sea is here. It's about to blow. Oh my God! It's Cody Rhodes.
Wow.
Oh, Arizona. Oh, it's the most wonderful time of the beer.
Wow.
Look, man.
Worst introduction ever had.
Look, man. I'm being real with you boys. You know what I'm saying? I'm pretty happy tonight. You know what I'm saying? I'm pretty happy tonight. The Panthers lost a close one to the Chiefs, which is good because shout out to everybody who's always supported Bryce Young. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to everybody who's already always believed in Bryce Young. You know what I'm saying? We're going to figure it out. We're going to make it. You know what I'm saying?
Oh man, Mr. Red One, shout out to Mr. Red One over there.
Merry
Boy
Christmas, Merry
Cheddar.
Christmas to everybody, bro. You know what I'm saying? Except for Mark.
Hold up.
You know what I'm saying? Except for Mark. Except for Will. No Merry Christmas to you.
What you say? Stone Cold.
But let's get it popping, bro. I'm excited, man. Cheddar gave us a good one this week, man. I'm not gonna reveal my review grade, but it's not low. It's not the Gorilla's first album. That's it. You know what
Hey,
How
I'm
dare
saying?
you? How
so
dare you?
so Cheddar, give us a quick rundown. I give the tape. We do the toast, all that good stuff, man.
All right, but so Dear Solace, I feel like I mentioned this last week, but the way I came across Dear Solace was actually Dub. You put me on Big Crit, and
Hold on. Hey, shout out Big Crit. Y'all know Crit, my guy, but
yeah. So I was listening to a lot. I was diving into a lot of Big Crit stuff. I can't. But I was diving into Big Crit. So I had a lot of his features and a lot of his songs coming in on my algorithms. And like a couple projects ago, Dear Solace linked up with Big Crit on a song called I Got It. So I was listening to that. And what actually just like the number one comment on there, man, it's like or one of the top rated comments on that music video is I came for Big Crit, but I left the Dear Solace fans. So that's the case that happened to me. You know, I listened, he had a lot of like these nostalgic and nerdy bars about like wearing Gin Cherokee chinchillas and KO Ken, can you feel the same? All this stuff like that. Like he has a couple songs where like he flipped like an old school Zelda what is it, Link to the Past features, it's all the samples and stuff, all this nerdy stuff that applies to me that I love and love listening to. You know what I'm saying? That's I liked him a lot and picked up on him because there's stuff like that. The
hey,
reason why I picked Cadillac Leather in July because I did the opposite of what Fuller did last week, and I picked a project that I felt like was very accessible to the people. I felt like it was one where he kind of toned down a little bit more of his bars and references that he.
Yes. See,
Well, here's
that's
some of
not
that stuff. Like he's got like a Goku
surprise.
power up scream on one song. He's got like a Hot Boy where he goes from talking about Bring It On to Darkwing Duck to Britney Spears references, like all this stuff like tied in. So he's still being just out. He's still doing himself, but like it's a little bit more mature, a little bit more accessible sound. So that's why I picked Cadillac Leather in July this week. But does anybody else have any experiences with Big Crit? I mean, not Big Crit, but Dear Silence. My bad.
Yeah,
hey, all,
you got 215.
all, all I heard was Big Crit, and that was fine with me. Everything else after that.
I mean, I've heard. Okay, so I've known about Dear Silence since like last year because he had like this like viral hit where it was like I ain't
I ain't
stressing
stressing
today.
today.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
ain't stressing today. He had like this viral hit, and then he kind of went semi-viral again this year with the dog song or that's my dog song. So, I didn't know. So here's the deal: I didn't know that he was like an actual artist. I thought he was like some dude just making songs on like Instagram and TikTok. But like I was listening to the album, I saw that That's My Dog was up there, and I was like, all right, you know what I'm saying. So I had a little bit of background to him, but I didn't know he was an actual artist. But you know what I'm saying. Cadillac Leather in July, it was a pleasant surprise. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't. It's. I we don't listen to the same type of music, despite what 40 believes about black people. And so, like, I'm sitting here and I'm listening to like Dear Silas. And I'm just like, man, here goes like Chedda with some more positivity music or nerdy music. However, so I listened to it. And I was like, this is actually gonna make up to the playlist. All right, this is on my iPhone now. So yeah.
Hey, so quick teller to tape before we do that. Y'all already know. Get your drink.
Hell yeah.
Uh,
Yeah, hell yeah. Hey, let's give a shout out to all they know the important ladies in our lives, except for 40. You know what I'm saying? But, we working it out. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna figure it out. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna figure it out. We so ladies, men, whatever we gotta do. Computers. You know what I'm saying? AI. Hey, AI. You ever try? We'll come back to that
I
later.
want
But
to
you know what I'm saying?
ever see any. I love all that.
hey,
But go ahead.
long live my uncle.
Shout out to Allen.
But
You're
it
not
was his.
liking that. We're done.
It was the first one. Well, the first one he dropped was in 2016. Skr Skr
Oh
being
yeah,
the most recognizable, and this nigga
that's
played.
actually another one that went low key viral because I think like Ocho Cinco hopped onto that joint and like kind of put that in a lot of people's
Yeah,
airwaves. But
but that's a
I
quick teller to
know
tape.
nothing about this movie. I know
This nigga
zero.
did.
Zero. All I know is that he got style. He got grace.
Yeah, it was kind of same with me. I heard Gullah Gullah, but I ain't really, it won't nothing worth looking into. Like, who is this nigga? All that stuff.
It's fair.
I heard, like, I went back. I was like, Gullah Gullah, this nigga did that shit. But yeah, hey, I'm gonna echo what everybody else saying. It was a pleasant surprise. Like you said, you know how much I love Big Crit, and that probably like top 5, top 10 for me. So, you know, merging that together and being from Mississippi, that was, you know, it was a dope little feel to it.
I'm glad you said that because spoiler alert. I know next week we're supposed to be doing like possibly doing like a little Secret Santa thing. This was gonna be what I was gonna pick if I had you because I was like I said like you kind of put me on a big crit and that's the only reason why I kind of stumbled across this guy. So that was if you had been my gift, if you'd been my person to gift to, this would have been the album that I would have
Oh,
gifted to you.
Oh
there's
yeah,
your
yeah.
invite. Yeah.
I'm,
Hey yo,
Oh.
hey yo, say you love them, bro. So yeah, so
Go
you
Also,
ahead.
love.
Go
also,
ahead.
Go
also
ahead, say you
funny,
love.
also funny story too, because like I think it was the same week I heard that Mickleton, like the That's My Dog. The same week I heard that, I heard Steven talking about someone else. I'm like, yo, that's my twin, man. That's my twin over there. And I was like, the same week I heard that song. So like I kind of sort of associate that song with you as well. You know what I'm saying? So much love for the homies, But yeah.
Hey, just say you love them, man.
Just say, go ahead. Go
It's
ahead.
okay. Hey, it's okay.
It's live. Positivity. It's okay,
Yeah,
man.
man.
Yeah. No,
Yeah,
no, just go
man.
ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead. Hey, Pope. I love you, man. Thank you for bringing us all this fire content,
he
putting
drunk,
out this
Too many,
stuff.
too many kids, too many kids
drunk.
got hurt
He
for me to say
drunk.
that phrase.
Hey,
Go
when 40 get drunk, he go through the stages. First, he love everybody, and then
ahead.
he
Yeah,
Then I'm burning
wait,
everything.
Somebody call 40 Sour Patch
It
Kid.
depends. Wait. It
Somebody call.
depends. You know how we do album of the week? 40 be having women of the week. He be having every week. He'd be like, "Oh, there's a new girl I have a crush on," and then like, you know what I'm saying? I don't hold my breath. I just wait till the end of the week where
What's it?
disappointed.
I'm out here. I'm out here like Usher. I'm out here like Usher. Remind me of a girl that
No,
I. Anyway,
not Usher,
The
not
boy,
Usher,
the boys,
because
who is
the
he?
boys said 40 was a Sour Patch Kid. First he's sweet, then he's extra sour.
I mean,
Then stop.
hold on.
There's
I'm
an
mad
artist
that
that
40. I'm mad that
do that.
40. I'm
beautiful
mad that
things.
40 just said with a straight face, "I'm like Usher." So let's. Oh wait. We gotta do a quick aside. When you say you're like Usher, do you mean that you also live on planet Earth, and that's like where the comparison stops? Do you mean that you are also living and breathing at this current moment? In that case, yes.
I
Because
also
if we're
dance when it
talking
rains.
about because if we're talking about in any other way, and like Ford, let me be clear, in any other way,
Hold on.
you and
I
Usher
like how, I like
are
how you're talking
not
all this shit when it's
like.
obvious that we're in the same room. We got the same background and everything.
All right.
I'm gonna come over there and have to
All
fight.
right.
Yeah,
Hey,
I'm gonna have
okay,
to
go
Bell.
come
ahead.
over there
Go
and
ahead,
fight
Usher.
you.
Go ahead, Usher. Go
Hey,
ahead, do your thing, Usher.
Ooh. All right. Well,
all right,
all
but
right.
hey,
Now
hey,
it's my turn.
real
This
talk.
Cadillac Leather is crazy. Well, go ahead. Go ahead. Go
Man,
ahead. Go ahead.
I had went to this nigga page and this nigga kind of look like Triple Beaming, bro. I swear to God. Yo, I Triple Beaming.
Okay.
He a shout out too, but hey.
No. But nah, man, let's go ahead and get into these highlights, bro.
Tail of the
Yeah.
tape.
Go ahead, Chad. You gonna hold on to it or you gonna pass it off?
I'll go ahead and start off then. Highlights for me. Actually, I didn't mention this earlier too, but like, well, actually, I'll get into that in a little bit. But mood was a good start off to the track because it kind of gets you set for what you're getting ready for. It puts you in the right mood. You know what I'm saying? Because like the first four songs on this album all have this kind of laid back, late night, jazzy kind of feel to it, and it's a mood sets you up right for that. So I like that a lot. I like Out the Way. Out the Way is another highlight for me. Um. Hot Boy is probably my favorite song on the album. Mainly because like Plus Ultra is a bigger representative of why I like Dear Silas. So like Hot Boy is a lot more. It almost feels like you could have pulled that straight from Plus Ultra. Like it's got all those different references in it. It's a different kind of track. Um, but yeah, those were probably the top three for me, hands down. I mean, Milk, my dog. That's my dog. That's another highlight for me. Fell from Heaven's a good little wrap up at the end of the end of the EP or project, whatever you want to call it. But yeah, those probably top highlights for me. Hot Boy would definitely be number one though. Like I said, it's more reminiscent of the Dear Styles that drew me into him to begin with. But yeah. So Dub, what's your highlights?
All right, so for me, I appreciated that was a short, little chill, like 26 minutes. You know, this short album, this been kind of dope because you get to explore other music that has dropped recently. So, you get to listen to that plus a little bit everything else. But it wasn't too much. It wasn't too slow. No offense to both, you want the same song over and over again. Except I'm gonna hold it for my dislikes, but three of them songs kind of sound the same. But
Yeah.
overall, it was good. Listen, um, for me, Nasty Work and Fall from Heaven, those ones that did me. It was Fall from Heaven. I put that above everything else up here because that instantly got like playlist instantly. Because I mean, it's rare that songs get that first go round when I listen to it, especially when it's something from someone I've never heard of. But that song was dope. So Fell from Heaven, Nasty Work.
Mm. Okay.
Hey,
Okay.
Full Low,
Man.
Full Low, because 40, he's just been striking out tonight. What's up with it?
How dare you?
Hey, hey, man, he struck out in real life too. So let's go ahead. Oh, what happened? What happened?
You're
Oh,
making that.
so see,
Don
that's the
DeMarco.
thing. That's the thing. That's the thing. Like when I always feel kind of weird about this. Is a little bit of quick aside. I'm doing a quick little yellow flag. I always feel kind of weird, you know what I'm saying, when other people roast me, because I'm always just like, but I got to get my get back. Like, you already know, and I'm going to get my get back. So that's why 40, you know what I'm saying, he getting a little bit more fire than usual. And he gonna keep getting more fire. Gonna keep getting more fire because, like, you know what I'm saying.
Hey,
I was looking at
audience,
him kind
leave
of
it. Put it.
weird a couple days
Audience,
ago. I was
audience,
looking
put
at
in the
him kind of
comments if you
weird.
noticed the difference,
I was
because
looking at
there
him
ain't
kind
none.
of weird,
I'll take
and
these
I was
shots.
like, hey.
Just like Young Dolph, it's 1,000 shots. I'm still alive right now.
I'll be real with you. I'll be real with you. I don't know about how long. All right, man. So hear me out. So,
I mean,
so hear me out. So here's what we're gonna do, bro. My highlights of the album: nasty work, group chats, and
Wow.
out the way. Out the way. So I'm about
Get out
50-50
the
on this
way.
album. So nasty work, like instant replayability. I thought that like it was very, very clever. Out the way, kind of the same thing, but like nasty work probably did it the best. And then group chats, you know what I'm saying? Woo know this. I'm gonna trade the truth fan. Not like a fan
Really?
fan. Wait, not like a fan, but I'm gonna trade the truth like whenever he's featured on a track, he typically like nails it. Whenever he's featured, I'll listen to trade the truth by himself.
Hey,
But as far as like a feature artist, like the way that the way that Cheddar feels about Chip the Ripper, I feel the opposite when I hear Trey the Truth as a feature. I'm just like, oh snap, yeah, Trey the Truth
And,
up there, play. And
it's
typically he don't disappoint.
music, and it's crazy. It's like an inside joke between me and Fu because like I don't know. I don't even know why. I don't even know why. In college, it was just like random Trey the Truth conversation, and I was like, man, Trey the Truth. I ain't gonna say he trash no more. I'm gonna say he overrated.
Like, wow, he's barely rated.
I respect Trey the Truth. It just I don't. I mean, he come on a song that's basically like a open verse, like.
I feel like
He's not
you
wrong.
only listen to Trey the Truth because of his voice. Like I feel like there's not much. Like I feel like I don't even know what he says half the time. I just feel like his voice is a presence.
It's
But that's it.
definitely part of it. It's definitely part of it. But back to Dear Silas, I thought
Hey,
group chat.
real quick before we get to that. You know why we have Trey the Truth around more than we should.
Because he lived.
Because also T.I. saved his career. I'm just saying. Grand Hustle and T.I. saved his career. So I'm just
It
saying,
was
man.
my. I
Hold on.
regret that.
Depending on how fast we get through this album review, which is going at a good steady pace. Cheddar, if you want to do it, we can do it. If you want to hammer this Ti conversation out, we can do it. Because I'll be honest with
Hey,
you.
I
Nothing in the past like 2-3 months has made it a better argument for Ti. I'll
All
be
I'm
real.
saying is, you better help I'm
Is
gonna
this,
get you next month.
is this going to be like, is this going to be the incentive for people to like listen through every single episode just to have like the lore of you guys battling about Ti? Like it
I
is
mean,
every
look, bro.
episode. Like there,
Look. All
people
I'm
are going to be
saying is,
like,
all I'm saying is, once again, we're on the Dear Silas album. All I'm gonna say is
it's not
this:
gonna be here
if
for you.
if there's enough time afterwards, we can state our positions. Because that's what I feel like I feel like I've been misunderstood. I feel like I've just been branded this like Ti
Cause
hater, and it's just
you
like
always spit out T.I. hate.
I prefer the term
there's a
Ti
lot of Ti.
truth teller. I prefer the term Ti truth teller. But back to Dear Silas,
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
man, nasty work out the way, group chats, and I'm surprised. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna sprinkle a little bit more than what I would typically do right now on the highlights. Hot Boy's garbage, but we'll get to that during the lowlights. Or go ahead, 40.
Whoa. Just a red. Okay, the red lights make sense now. I was like, where's the evil come from? Um, I I think Mood is that song. Like if Mood was not the intro track, I probably would have had less positivity on this album. But that's such a good track. Like that makes this entire album. Like I don't know about y'all, but like that is definitely like up. That is the top song on this album. That makes me like Dear Silence. That song itself made me like Dear Silence. Then I think I'm gonna go. The problem with Nasty Work and Out the Way is that they're kind of similar, and they kind of like flow right, like one after the other. So I'm just gonna put both of them up there just because of the fact that they're kind of like, for me, they can be interchangeable just because of just like personal preference. But then That's My Dog, Ben Colton, and it's literally because he has a line that's just like, it was only along the lines of like, my homies can growl and gnarl, and I haven't heard anybody use gnarl in a long time in the same. So I was just like, I respect that. I just gave it. I just like that made me like the song. So every time I hear it, I'm just like, and I hear gnarl, I'm like, okay. And I also like the fact that he gets somebody else kind of doing the whole the what is it the
Chorus
verse
with
of just like that's my dog, that's
You
my
know what?
twin.
I
It
respect.
gets stuck in your head.
I
I enjoy it.
respect that.
Hmm?
If I can like a unnecessary drug bar and not understand it, then you can like an anime bar.
Yeah,
it.
I'm fine with it. I'm completely
Yeah, okay,
fine with it.
it
Yeah,
will take it.
He also threw a
especially
Goku
because it
power up
comes out.
ad lib on there. He has a Goku power up ad lib for no reason. Ah, that sounds good.
You mean more like a mustard?
It's like, nigga, come on now. Ain't no.
Some would say I can keep it. But that's it. That's all I got to really say about it. Like I think those like the top four. I think group chat. I mean, we'll talk about it later because y'all made you're great. Like I think everybody picks a song on this album that they liked, and I think every song 1 through 7, one of us said something positive about, which is a good indication of things. So I'm just going to pass it back up.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Cole. Go ahead,
Um,
Mr. Chief.
kind of like what Dub hinted at. Like
The hidden
I
money
do
zone.
think that could possibly be a low light. Like the first four songs all have a very similar vibe. They're all made by the same producer too, who's like the dude named Noisy. but like they all have a very similar vibe. And but like I'd say it kind of goes back and forth as a positive and negative. Like I love the way Out the Way like rolls right into right into My Dog. Like it rolls really smoothly right into that track, and like the first they roll into each other very smoothly. But like you know, especially if you don't like that vibe, it's gonna be a real slog to get through those four. But like they do sound relatively similar. I will say if you like the second half of the album, then you'd probably like Plus Ultra a lot.
May I
Another
flag this for one
yeah,
second?
go ahead.
I have a question for you. When you say the first four are very similar, is it because of the production? Because for me personally, Mood is such a different check, right? Because Mood, like the way in which he goes and talks about things, the way that like it's a crazy positive, like self-positive vibe. Go ahead and challenge.
Um, so with my dislikes, I kind of went with this too. I said that there are three songs that have similar beat feels. So it was for me, it
Yeah,
was Nasty Work, Out the Way, and That's My Dog.
yeah.
All three songs kind of like the beat hit the same on all of them. And like you said, if you don't care for this, like how it feels, then when you go through all three, you can be like, oh, this is what it is. But if you like it, you be like, oh, shoot,
Yeah.
this song sound like, oh, shoot, this song sound like that. It's, all right, but because this is our review club, I took points off for that because I
It's
mean,
fair.
this, once again, we got the same song three times in a row. No matter how good they are, it's the same song three times in a
That's fair.
row.
I also wonder
Okay,
if because
hold on. Since we're overtaking Chedda's just entire low light section, here's my deal. I I feel very, very differently with the Mood Nasty Work Out the Way, like the 3 to 4 song intro. I don't think they sound like the same at all. I'm having trouble
I
understanding
said
what you guys. To be honest with you. So
similar.
it's like I'm listening. Like from Nasty Work to Out the Way. Yes, the transition's so smooth that it's like, man, this really. But I didn't see it as like the same song. It
no,
just
not
complements each other.
necessarily the same song, but they're all the same vibe, which I
I
feel
thought the
like
whole I thought the whole tape
It,
was the same vibe, which is
now
like
there's a couple of songs.
upbeat. There's a little bit of R&B, there's a little bit of rapping, but all of it's smooth. None of it's like different. Like when we did the Boldy tape last week, all of it's drug talk. There's not going to be a tape where it's like, oh, he's talking about how happy he is that Christmas is coming soon. Like no, nigga, it's like the whole thing is going to be about a certain topic. It's gonna have a certain vibe about it, and so like that's why the songs are together on one tape. So I don't hear that at all. Like if you want to say they're all smooth, sure. I don't think they're all smooth in the same way.
But they
But
using like some of the beats have the same drums with them, and that's what I mean. Like you using the same package with the same producer. Like last week, I took that off too because if you got the same producer on every song, the producer not gonna hit every song, even though.
factual, and like I'll give you that. But like it's typically when I listen to the same producer on different tracks, it's clear where the misses are, and I can tell you why it's different than the other ones. With me, when I'm listening to these 2 or 3 tracks that the same producer had, it's like I could criticize them all differently. Like I wouldn't be like, well, yeah, I don't like the drums on this one, or this one, or this one. It's like no, it's like nigga,
But
there's different
if it's
reasons why I don't like it.
the same drums, like oh, it's the same drum, but it's just second off. Like it's still the same drum.
No, yeah, but it matters. Like the timing. That's why you have engineers and producers. Is it's like, hey, we'll tell you if the timing is off or not, and we'll tell you if
But
this
it's
is like
still the
sampled
same
or not.
sound as what I'm saying. If it's the same stuff, it's the same sound on each.
Hey, man, look, I want to agree with you, but the same way I want to agree with you, but at the same time, I don't want to agree with you. So
like
I'm just not gonna. So I'm just
like when
not gonna.
the DJ Mustard beat come on nowadays.
Mustard.
But nah, man,
Mustang.
that's pretty much. Hey, I guess we're taking Kofi's low lights and throwing our own low lights in there. This is progressive.
But I mean, I really don't have too many lowlights to be to be honest with you anyway. But like, because this is a student fish, not it's not really a legitimate lowlight, but like, I really appreciate Thaddeus Bluffington the third. I wish he was kind of all over the album, kind of narrating or whatever. Because again, and plus Ultra, he has this persona that he has, which is called Mr. Elroy, which is like all over all the tracks where he's just it's not even necessarily narrating the album, but it's just a little extra kind of cohesiveness that they kind of brings into it. I would have
Hey,
appreciated that as
hey,
like a
hey,
got a
hey!
question.
thing.
Wait. So, do you think he experimented with something different this album?
That's what, yeah, I do really think this out because it sounds nothing like his previous albums, so to say.
Oh,
Go ahead,
so maybe
though.
we should give him extra points because he experimented. Because if it's experimental, that like automatically like bumps like a regular tape to like an awesome tape. Isn't that right, 40?
I mean, I mean, it's gonna
So,
be higher than Boldy probably.
hey, hey, Cheddar, would you like this album more if it was narrated by Common?
As long as he wasn't on any features, as long as he stays off the features, I'll be fine with it. But thank you for putting that
As
in
long
my.
as it's not narrated by that other dude, Chris Rock, I'm good. Chris Rock would have fucked this album up. I promise you. This
But
album,
I do
whatever
really, I
rating
do
I
really
was gonna
think,
give is Chris Rock was on it.
I do really think
40
Thaddeus
just
best was
attempted
there.
another joke that didn't go over.
Letting people know. Fuck Chris Rock.
But yeah.
If you don't
But
like
other than
T.I.,
that,
don't like
that's pretty
Chris
much
Rock.
my main low lights. I do really wish Thaddeus Bluffington was all over this.
All right,
But
bet.
other than, but
Who
yeah,
you
dub,
passing it to?
dub,
All right,
double
Man, I
dub
think
dub.
should we already
Hubba
pass
bubba.
it?
Man.
We
Wait,
done.
hold on.
We done with the low lights.
hold on. I gotta circle back around. All right, so Wool's is done and Chedda's done, and we don't really give a fuck what 40 feels. I'm gonna be like,
40
look,
ain't
first,
go. 40, did you
wait,
know?
first of all, I'm
My
gonna go
main,
ahead
my
and
Yeah,
be
main
he
low
real.
did. He did
light,
say that though.
my main low light is that
Hot
Polo's on the
Boy,
track.
straight garbage,
Huh?
like straight garbage, and like I think the reason is because there's sometimes like every rapper, every artist has a gimmick, right? They have like a thing that's like stereotypically them. And there are times where it goes over well, and there's times where it doesn't. For instance, Kyle. Kyle has times where it's like that nerdy shit hits, and it's like, hey man, this is what was it? I Spy. Hey, this is fire. I get it. He's being nerdy. This is shit's working. And then he has shit where it's just like, oh, this isn't hitting at all. Like, this is kind of cheesy because it's too meta. It's too like him. Hot Boy for me, haven't even listened to a bunch of Dear Silence projects or songs. You said that he made a whole album that kind of sounded like what Hot Boy sounds like, the same tempo. And
Yeah,
I can tell I'd hate that album
yeah.
because like Hot Boy is one of those things where it's just like I get it, but no, this ain't it, bro. Like this ain't. I get the message. I get it. You used to be lame, now you a hot boy. You're a bitch. Come over here right now. This ain't it, bro. And I thought the beat also very, very different vibe than the rest of the
Yeah.
album. And so that's also what threw me off is because if you're going to switch up something like that, it got to be good. Like, it can't be like, and this is a song that could have been on another album. Let's put it on this one instead. It's like, no. This throws off the entire vibe, and the song's whack. I also hated Fell from Heaven for a different reason. Didn't like Fell from Heaven, but it wasn't because it's bad. It didn't work. Like, it was just, uh, I
Beautiful,
don't know. Like I don't know if by that point in the album,
beautiful
it's
song.
weird because this was a short album, so I can't even really be like I was like exasperated. It's just like when I got It Fell from Heaven after Hot Boy, I was kind of just like, oh, okay, you're doing like the gimmick shit. All right, well, I'm good.
It's a
You know
beautiful.
what I'm saying? And here's the deal: I tried to listen to it in reverse too, and I still didn't like Fell from Heaven. Not now. Let's be
That shit
clear: it's not
every
that it's
time, bro.
bad. I think that Hot Boy is actually bad. But Fell from Heaven, I just didn't like it, which is
Man, hey,
different.
all right. So when I listened to Fell from Heaven, it was crazy because I listened to the whole thing up until track number 6, and then that was the last song. That was the first song I listened to. I hopped in the car. I was like, oh, this shit fire. What is this? Damn, man. I actually like this shit. I actually like this shit. So
That's
I
what
mean,
happened. That's what happened with me and Hot Boy, except for I didn't like it at
But they're just like, oh shit, no, get this off, get this out of my.
the end.
but yeah, but
Exactly.
I
You
mean,
know what's crazy?
that just shows how unique the club is, man. We all got different taste, obviously.
Yep.
Hey,
40.
Hey, and
I do
that has to
agree.
be
40.
surprising. That has to be surprising to 40 because we're all black.
You know what's more surprising is I agree with you, Full on your assessment of some of these tracks. I didn't like Hot Boy, and I just did not like Fall from Heaven or Fell from Heaven. I also had a problem. So like,
Man, I'm telling
I love Mood, the intro track, right?
you, next time we all together.
I'll say this though,
Boy,
right?
next
So
time we
My-
together.
Boy.
Mood is one of those songs where you hear it and you really get a complete example of how an artist goes about, right? Like I got to know exactly who Dear Silas was off of that song itself, and I got to choose if I liked or disliked, which I liked him for just the positivity and the way that he was handling himself. My problem is that it goes right from Mood to Nasty Work, and even though like musically it works together, I feel like he could have put those set tracks somewhere else, especially Nasty Work and Out the Way kind of as a pair, and he could have moved those tracks around. I
It was
think
just,
the decision on how
Hold on,
which tracks
wait,
were
hold
there.
on. I can't let
I
you
thought it
slide on
was
that
one
one.
song.
There's 7 songs.
Well, yeah, but what I'm saying
How much,
is that
how much distance could he really have put between these songs? This is like
no,
he
no,
should have
no,
made Nasty Work #1 and he should have made Out the Way #7. The problem is technically if you listen to it on rotate, you'll hear it together anyway. It's like how much space are you asking for?
no, no, I'm not asking so much for space. I'm talking about like in order to make each track feel good because I think there's a lot of good stuff on this album out of the fact that like if you go and take 2 tracks out of a 7 list track, like where's the rate, like where do you really put the weight on some of these things, because it's really tough, and it's when you have like 14 to 16 songs, if 2 are bad it's a really good album, but on short albums if 2 songs are bad, it's like how much are you really weighing this down. But my main concern was that if you move some of that stuff around, because I think like Nicholton, That's My Dog, being in the middle, I think that's a good one that it just picks back up. But you could put like Hot Boy, maybe not Hot Boy after Mood, but you could put something in between Mood and Nasty Work, and I feel like the album would cohesively build off of itself, if that makes sense. Like it could go and get a little bit better, and the songs that are bad don't really become as bad because you're still coming off of like a really good track into a song that might not be as good, and then you go into some bangers afterwards. Where for me, I didn't really care so much about like the ending tracks, which is like something that I've kind of noticed with like a lot of the short albums I've listened to. Not you guys' albums. When I was looking at my own stuff, a lot of short albums just give you all like the good shit in the beginning, and then things start to either taper off or vice versa.
I
But
feel
that's my
like
only concern.
I feel like if you throw a song up there like at number 2, it's just gonna make it feel longer than what it actually is. So I feel like that little 3 song stretch is kind of smooth. You next thing you know, you halfway through the album.
You know what? I agree with that because that does go and make the album progress even faster. I feel like night like I literally debate between which one's better.
Thank God. Thank God. Hey, yo, thank God, bro. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about, bro. Sometimes, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? You pray hard enough, the things that you want to happen will just happen, bro. That guy was silent prayer. Bro. I was like, yo, that's why I tell this nigga to wrap it up.
But no,
Yo, you know what
man.
I'm saying?
I
I
will
mean
say,
that is like yeah.
go
No,
ahead.
that's the point. It's just that was my negative.
I will say, um, in terms of Hot Boy, I wouldn't say that like sonically it feels like it came from another album, but just more so material wise, like him kind of riffing on the beat, dropping a lot more nostalgic references and anime references in it. Like it feels like it kind of fits better with plus ultra does have a lot more different vibes on it, and I do think he is kind of sort of experimenting with the sound, because even the album project he dropped before this is Giving Self Love, which he did a lot more singing on. So I don't know if he's still trying to experiment with what his sound is supposed to be, or if it's just I can do lots of different stuff, so like each little project I'm gonna give you a little different style of what I can do. But I don't know, I'm just interested to see what he does next. Like another thing I really like about like those first couple tracks is because I think part of it comes from the fact he grew up playing the trumpet, like he was a trumpeter or whatever they called them people. So I don't know if that kind of had a heavy influence in.
Wait, wait,
Trumpeter,
wait, wait,
trumpeter,
wait.
trumpeter.
How can you say he was a trumpeter or whatever it's called, and like nail it perfectly? Where you're just like, that's not me being like, oh, he was a person that plays the drums, drummer or whatever you call. Like it's in the name. Like how many other names could it have been? Yo, he be singing sometimes.
But yeah. Going into ratings, I guess we're at that point right now. I'd say, I'd give this a solid. I give it a solid B plus. Only reason why I don't want to give it like an A in the A categories because, like I said, I like Plus Ultra more, and I'd rather give that one an A. But I give this a solid B plus. I like it a lot. I liked it a lot more than I thought I was going to. Kind of digging in. Yeah. What'd you give it? The
The dub.
Should about be a surprise on my camp. I gave it an A.
Hey.
Yeah.
Hey.
For me, it kind of felt like you said, it gave Big Crit feel to it. I also think he sounds like Ali on some of the songs.
Mhm.
I rock with him too. So when I heard that, I was like, okay, this is I can get with this. I don't, but at the same time, the way you talk about it makes me feel like I'm not going too much like his other stuff. So
I don't know. You might like some more of his giving self love. I don't know if you like Plus Ultra too much.
um,
Maybe there are some because there's a little bit of trap feeling on some of some of the tracks he has on Plus Ultra.
cause
So I
even
mean, I
in
don't know.
the song that you had said with Big Crit, I'll listen to it. But even with that song, I was like, I'm just waiting for Big Crit to get here.
Yeah, yeah.
Um,
Uh,
I'm gonna go through some of this stuff, and Gullah Gullah Island. I might have to put that to the list too, just for the hell of it. But it was dope. I want to give you most improved for the Out Review Club. Congratulations, you getting
I'll, get, I'll be real with you, bro. He's right. He's right, bro. You know what I'm saying? When we first started this, I was like, hey, yo, I don't know who's going to bring us down more, Cheddar or 40. But then it was just like, Cheddar started off kind of rough. Then,
Look,
we
I
watched
only
about
picked
three,
the
we
Drake
about
album
three.
because I
In
felt my
in
hand
the
was
past
forced.
3 times, we about 3 for 3, big dog.
Amen.
Don't call it a comeback. Like, shit. All right, you know what I'm saying? I'm going to go ahead and take it from Will Pauls. I'm just going to go ahead and say, weirdly enough, give it an A. I give it an A too. Well, A minus. I give it an A minus. Here's the reason why. I feel like while Hot Boy and Fell from Heaven were like definitely low lights, there's enough good on this project where it's just like I wouldn't feel comfortable giving it like a C or a B because it's just like, nah, man, this is like really, 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 really solid. This is really, really solid, especially as a short tape.
Yeah.
Because a short tape, like you gotta realize, like 40 said something earlier, and he was like, if you have a 16 song album and you miss on like 2 or 3 tracks, the whole album's still pretty good. When I think about this, like while I didn't like Fell from Heaven, I actually think Hot Boy is a bad song. But aside from that, there are no bad songs on this. So that's a 1 for 7. Look, man, I'm in school right now. That's an A. You missed one, that's an A. You know what I'm saying? And he wasn't even bad on that track. So I don't know if I would listen to more from him because some of these guys, when they're kind of gimmicky or they're kind of novelty, you don't want to listen to too much because it wears off a little bit. So I'm going to sit with this for a little while. And if he comes out with something else, you know what I'm saying, if it passes my timeline, I'm not going to turn it away. But nah, man, he does remind me of Akeem Ali. But unlike Akeem Ali, he can actually put together like a series of tracks. Like Akeem Ali comes out with like songs that are hot, but not like entire
he can freestyle.
factual. But yeah, man, I gave this one an A minus, and yeah, there's a lot. The other thing that makes it kind of hard is there's a lot of music that can't come out this year, and specifically my genre of choice, which is hip hop, where it's just like it's hard to just be like, I'm gonna go explore everybody of this random R&B / hip hop artist. It's too much heat this year. Some people you got put on the shelf. I'm gonna come back. I'm gonna get you like a good book. I'm gonna come back. We're gonna find out more. And that's how I feel about Dear Silence. So yeah, man, I'm gonna pass on to 40. If the people,
hey, so I'm gonna go ahead and give this an A.
Wait.
Like
Okay, hold on,
as,
hold on. Let me go ahead and save us a week too. I'm gonna go ahead and reflectively change my rating back up to an A. Go ahead, 40.
wait,
Let's go ahead and lock this
can
one
you
in
explain
away as a
why?
classic. Let's go ahead and lock this away as a classic. Go ahead, 40,
Okay,
proceed.
You don't
all
want to
right,
give it a
okay.
minor?
I respect the idea. Okay, you want to change the A minor to an A, so we just give a flat A, so we never think about it again. Yeah. Okay. So I think this is like what you kind of want from a short album. Like I think Dear Silence, if you gave like an hour long, I don't know if his bars really stack up for an hour, because to a lot, like to what Wu was saying, or even Wu and Fu were saying is that if you have a lot of this, it might not be it, and that effect wears off pretty quick. But at a short album, when you're just like you getting out of the house, you're trying to drive to an event somewhere that's a little bit out the ways, you can spend literally 20 minutes. That's how long this album is, and just get to your destination. Mood starts off, you start feeling good about everything, and then the rest of the album just kind of smooths into it. By the time that you realize that the album's almost over, you're already at your destination. So it's like it's just a good overall thing. And there's nothing negative. It's like it's really hard to go and penalize them for a lot of this stuff.
Hey,
And usually by the time I actually get to the destination, oh, go ahead. Yeah,
so
go ahead.
this whole week when you was going out to your events, you was like, I'm looking for a shawty that's 5'5". Maybe
Better
five
yet,
foot six.
5'6".
I mean, there's nothing better than when you like hop in the car and it's still a little chilly outside and it's like a beautiful autumn like area, and it's just like I feel good, I feel great. Let's see the smile, see this, you know what I'm saying, like that.
Yeah.
Like it really was like hear that bitch, I'm a mood, like that just gives you some fucking like just some inner confidence. Like it don't matter what the fuck anything else is going on,
So would
you're just happy.
would you
And I
thank
thought
Dear
that
Stylist for your good week this week?
no, yeah, honestly, I was happy that the way this album was, like the way this album as a whole, it was just good. Like it's an A without a doubt for me. I can't take anything away from it. It's good because it's a shorter album, so none of the effects wear off, and you can kind of just put it like you get what you want out of it, put it away, and then you can bring it back whenever you feel like you want to hear it again. So honestly, that's an A for me, and that's all. That's all I had to say.
For what it's
So go
worth,
ahead.
a little bit unrelated note, but I don't know if anybody's live screen is set up like mine, but like 40 and Fu got me looking like 3D glasses back in the day. Boys got the red and blue going. I don't know if anyone else is set up like mine. Wait a minute, go
Now,
ahead.
Really popping out of the screen at you.
Looking like a
I
Pepsi
really came
logo
to
in
pop
my tent.
hey, what are you sipping on? You've been
Some kind of
drinking
crown.
that same drink since like 5 weeks ago.
No. I was drinking Nuva for a while. Now I'm drinking salted caramel
Yo,
crown. You know what I mean?
that junk it's all
Yeah,
right,
man.
but
I ain't mad at it.
Why do you get
Canada's
so happy to say
finest.
that, and then you just I
Canada's finest.
always like when Wu does that. Wu goes like, "Oh shit, it was okay." It's like he gets super excited, like he's about to go give you a compliment. He's like, "Nah, I
I
didn't
mean,
give a shit."
Justin would drink too much. That's all I'm gonna say.
Drinking H2O, baby. But yeah,
But
so
yeah, man. I guess we got ourselves a certified classic here. You know what I'm saying? 4 A's across the
Whoa, whoa,
board. Oh, go
whoa!
ahead.
Won't no A+ up there.
Oh, it's gotta be A plus be a certified classic. Well, listen,
I
I
mean,
guess we got
somebody.
certified double diamond, but not platinum yet. Antique, not a classic. You know what I'm
What's
saying?
what's
hey, Kobe, it's a
All right,
certified mood.
hold on, because I guess no, because I
list?
guess you and 40 are just having one of those days. All right, we're gonna close back. So here's the deal: it's definitely not a classic.
It's pretty.
What it is it's a solid project. You know what I'm saying?
I
If a project is
thought my
solid, you're gonna
bad.
like
I
it.
just thought anything above A was
Hey,
put into the
all
classic
right.
category.
No,
But it's A plus.
but
It's
but
because
it's
you
an
put it
A
low,
plus
you don't
I
get classic
classic.
status. You gotta
understand. I
wait till you're
understand.
not.
And
You
also,
know,
you kind of got to
I'm
you
giving it
also got
classic.
to grade people. You also got to grade people a little bit on a little bit of a scale because it's just like this is an independent artist. This is a like guy who doesn't have like access to the biggest and best and
You know
all
what
this.
though? You know what he does have? He has the support of the whole Hidden Leaf. You know what I mean?
Anyway, so as I said before,
Doo-doo.
it's like yeah, it's like
Okay.
you gotta grade people for where they are, and I feel like for an independent artist to drop quality music, it's a big deal. I'll give that an A just for effort. Technically, I gave it an A minus, just so we're clear. But yeah, man, it's pretty solid. It's no Gorilla's first album, but it's a solid project.
I will say
But it's
some noticeable if you just check out some tracks out plus ultra, I check out Too Fine and Show Did. Too Fine kind of does sound like something that could
Are
maybe
you
almost fit on
reviewing a
this track.
different album?
No, I'm just putting out suggestions for people to
It's
check
like,
out, man. At the end of
how
every
much is
YouTube
your
video,
stylist
you have
paying you?
suggested videos.
yo, we get it. You like them, all
At the
right?
end
We
of every
get it. You
YouTube
like
video, you have
them.
your suggested videos. These are suggested singles to check out.
My man, yo, you struggling through that word
It's not
suggested,
a
bro. You good?
paid
Yo,
sponsorship, guys. I promise.
take a knee, because now that we're done
Too
with the
Fine and Show
review,
Did.
hold on. Now that we're done with the review, we got some things to
Hey,
discuss. All right, straight up. All right, so first of
Yeah, they
all,
turned.
First of all,
West
the album
Side,
was a classic.
Cali back up, Cali back up. Hey, you need to go ahead and talk about it, bro. Friday, you know what I'm saying? I'm in class, I'm chilling. Stretched out, you know what I'm saying, speaking in a different language, you know what I'm saying? All of a sudden, I get a little chirpy chirp on my cellular. It's Cheddar like, hey, yo, Kendrick dropped, question mark? Immediately, I was like, this is going to be filled with negativity. Because sometimes when you just tapped in with someone, when someone's like really like one of your favorite artists, you're just like, the only thing that would make somebody drop something before Thanksgiving is if he had negative feelings he didn't want to carry from Thanksgiving to Christmas. And that's what this was. You know what I'm saying? It starts like 11, 12 track EP. All of it's a whole bunch of
Is this
stepping. All of
is
it's a
this
whole
supposed to
bunch
be
of
that
fuck
album
you
though?
people. You said
Is this
what?
supposed to be that alleged album that's coming out? Is this supposed to
You
be?
know, man, I'm gonna be honest with you, bro.
I don't know.
It kind of feels like a
Right.
mixtape to me. Kind of feels like which is crazy because it still hit kind of hard. It's like this is like, but the thing is about Kendrick, you look at Kendrick's whole discography. The only thing that he ever released that was like his throwaways was Untitled, and even that was fire. So it's like he ain't gonna have you're not gonna be able to tell that his joint is just like, oh, this is clearly a mixtape. It's just he's fire overall. Also, okay, got you. But nah, man, I'm pretty excited. You know, shout out to Boldy James. You know what? We should do a segment at the end of these lives
No,
where
Hey,
we
I'm
I'm,
like,
good.
hey,
I'm gonna
I'm
give
good.
y'all a spoiler alert. It was the same album we heard last.
Right.
the only thing is it wasn't.
It,
But
oh, it had a
hey,
different. It
when's
had a different.
when's Dolph's next project dropping?
Hey,
What happened? What
he
happened?
he
Let
got
me
What
put
happened?
back
he got,
stay on.
What
he got
happened? What happened? See, that's the problem. See, that's the thing. I'm on West Side now. All right, we all about negativity. We take it to hell real fast. All
Is
right,
Bodie
that's how
from
it
the West
is.
Side?
We take it to hell real fast.
Is Bodie James from the West Side?
he from
Nah, man, Detroit's
he from
finest.
the
Technically, Detroit.
Midwest.
Uh,
You said what?
He from the Midwest.
Yeah, Detroit, baby. You know what I'm saying? Motor, whatever it's called, Motor City, Port City, whatever it's called. Either way, I think we should do a thing in these lives. Hear me out, where we just say what we're listening to currently this week, outside of like the album that we're reviewing. And for me, it's quite simple: Boldy and Kendrick with a little bit of Vince Staples. What about y'all boys?
I got you. Um, so I threw Kendrick in a rotation. I threw Bodie in a rotation. I got Wiz Kid in a rotate. Like what? I was like, here, Kendrick ain't even drop. Wiz Kid jump straight fire. I love Wiz Kid. So
Okay,
um,
bet.
that's what's really been taking them up. Plus, just throwing it, mixed it up. Got some good songs about it.
All right,
And
40. What about you? In addition to this, what you been listening to, man? Corey's
Well,
like, there's
should I
this
go and
really
spoil the album I was
Corey's like,
listening
there's this really good Brazilian artist that his whole album is him turning
to?
on and off light switches.
Well, no, hold on. So, like,
He just goes to different
first off,
buildings
do
and
you want
turn
me to
on
go
light
and
like
spoil
that.
the album I'm picking, or is this just like another segment outside of this because I don't
No,
want to?
it's like a mini segment. What you listening to right now?
All right. So I've been getting into different genres I didn't like dabble into. I go to a lot of metal shows, so I've been like meeting a lot of my friends who just been recommending different metal albums. So I have a plethora of different metal albums I've been going through. I've been checking out Boldy James, but that's on the final rung, so that's just something I'm going to jump into later on. Just specifically the Alchemist album, I just want to hear. But I've been jumping into punk currently, which I've been listening to Bad Brains. It's like a punk rock Jamaican group, and they're fucking good. Like they're really fucking good. It's crazy because they'll go from like all this punk music in their album to like just some random like reggae vibes, and it's just the most chill thing. And it goes right back to like some hardcore punk shit.
you ain't never
It's crazy.
listened to a Drake album, huh?
A what?
You ain't never listened
A
to a
Drake
Drake
album?
album.
I haven't listened to a Drake album. Well, that's not true. I have technically listened, but I've never cared.
That was a 9 out of 10 little sync joke. I like it. You know what I'm saying? You know, sometimes the 9 out of 10, 10 out of 10, you don't have to be loud. It was a little fun,
Oh,
you know.
I've started re-listening to the Andre 3000 New Blue Sun album because it was nominated. So I was like, let me go and give it another try.
Come on, you already know about
It,
the Flute album?
yeah, I had it.
No, we good. We good. We good.
That is literally an album that you listen to when you're doing yoga or you're about to read a book or something. It
Nah,
just
I'm
can play in the
good.
background.
I'll be real
But
with you. The only thing I
anyway,
listen to
that's
when I'm
it. Go
stretching
ahead.
or doing yoga is like more hard shit like Freddie Gibbs or some shit, bro. I'm not listening to a goddamn Flute album.
Go ahead.
I'd rather
Hit
I'd
and leave with the
I'd
money
rather go
said.
to a yoga class where I have to play the flute before I would listen to goddamn Andre 3000 play
Hey,
the
I
flute.
kind of agree with that because I'll be trying to get my stretches in. I'll be like, don't play with me, play with your bitch.
All right, I ain't trying to listen to no goddamn Andre
That's all.
3000.
Wait,
Matter of fact, I'm gonna go. You know what? I'm gonna go ahead and say it. Just so we're clear on positions here. Fuck Andre 3000. How about that? You know what I'm saying? Hey, woo. Here's what I need you to do. Woo. Get back in the camera. Because you're going to have to clip this afterwards, and this is going to be one of the short
I
ones
ain't
that we
clipping
post.
shit. This is
Let me
live,
be,
nigga. This is
let
live.
me, yo, let me be real clear. Fuck Andre 3000. Straight up. Because I'm not going to sit here and let y'all keep pushing the fact that this man dropped a joint album about 20 years ago, has never released a solo project, and then when he did, he didn't even rap on it.
Yeah.
I'm good on that. We're gonna stop the nonsense. All right, go ahead,
Only thing I have to add to
go ahead.
that is Andre's a little bit overrated. Big Boy's very much underrated.
That
But anyway,
they talk about Outkast like Big Boy was the producer or something. Yeah. Like, oh my God, you hear what Andre said? Yeah, I also listened to what Big Boy said, and they both can rap. They both were able to rap.
Lucius left foot got some bars for it.
But apparently, if you get a perm and you wear a couple dresses every so often, your lyricism is better. It's like, shit, come on now. Also, on Players Anthem or National Players Anthem, wherever that song is called, Pimp C has the best verse. Not even Andre. But we're going to act. But once again, people want to revise history and act like, all right, no problem.
Hey, we gonna
In
have
fact, weren't they mad at Andre because his verse didn't really even fit the song to begin with or something like that?
Look, man, you're the Woj bomb. You go find out and tell us next week. What I'll say is this. I'm tired of the nonsense, bro. Here's the deal. It's getting to a point for me where beyond, I may say a bunch of things about J. Cole, but like what I can respect is he's clearly releasing music. So it's like even if I don't like it, he's giving his fans something. People talk about Andre like Andre dropped every 5 years. My bad, every 20 years. Let's be very clear. Once again, like even his features are not even that crazy. I'm tired of this nonsense, bro. Him and Eminem in the same box. Y'all were
No,
hot at one point. Y'all not.
no, don't
Him and
put him in the
Eminem,
box
y'all were
with.
hot at one point. Y'all not no more. Boom.
Well,
I'd argue against that because at least Andre has like this kind of ghost factor where people are like, oh yeah, he's great, but we haven't heard anything say otherwise. But
We
Eminem
need to stop.
definitely dropped some stuff to say otherwise.
We need to stop doing this nonsense. Where we need to stop doing this nonsense where we act like just because somebody was hot when we were growing up, they're still hot. Guess
Yeah.
what? Hold on. Before we get this, is the last thing I want to say before I pass it to Cheddar to find out what he listened to. This is the last thing I'm gonna say. Check this out.
old heads do that with Jay-Z.
People want to go ahead. Oh, Jay-Z fell off way before 444, but we're not even gonna get to that right now.
Oh my God, what were we about to
I'm
say
going to say
about
this right
Andre?
now. I'm gonna go ahead and say this right now. We'll get prepared to clip this too. I know we not. So Kendrick didn't diss
No,
Wayne on this last
no.
album, but if he had, Wayne can get it too. I'm sorry. Is this
Where are
2009?
we, where are
This
we going?
2008? Like,
Where are we
what are we
going
talking
with this?
about? What are we
Are you
talking
just
about?
bringing up
Everybody,
all
let's
the
be very
legends
Strowman.
you
clear.
don't like?
Let's be very clear.
Strowman.
Hold on. Let's be very clear. There's only one man in the rap game that got the nickname the Boogeyman, and when they asked him to prove it, he was like, "All right, which one of y'all want?" Drake was like, "I'll take it, sir. I'll figure out." Got an anthem off his
I
ass.
really would have liked to have seen. I really would have liked to have
I do
seen
take
J.
offense
Cole and
though.
Kendrick beef. I feel that would have been a
J.
little
Cole.
more interesting. Yeah,
Who?
Nah,
J. Cole and
no.
Who?
Kendrick, man.
J. Cole don't got the heart
I
for
would
that.
like to see what would happen.
Here's the deal. J. Cole would have to be able to rap.
It it would
Oh
have
my
been a better one
God.
because it was
Oh,
more back and forth, but
Yeah.
Drake was just break it up.
Look, man,
can we all just
all
put?
I'm saying is this. Can we please accept the fact that rappers are allowed to get old? It's okay for you to not be that good no more. It's okay. And we keep talking about Wayne like it's 2007. We keep talking about Wayne like he just dropped a milli. No. Man, we old now. We watched. That was 15 years ago. He ain't like that no
Can
more.
you?
And if he want to step in the ring, he can get that shit too. Because
Why?
look, no one should be
So
rapping against Kendrick right now. No, everyone should look at this year and be like, "Do I want to be the next victim?"
why do you
It's like, and
why do
even
you
if
shit
I
on why do
win,
you shit on
do I
Andre
really?
though? I
This is
don't
like
Hold on,
get.
trying.
hold
Hold
on.
on.
Hey,
This is
I
like trying
don't.
to fight. This is This is like trying to fight
Oh my
Goku
god,
right
dude.
after he went Super
Hold
Saiyan. It's just like
on,
I
hold
know
on.
he beat Frieza's
Hey,
ass.
hold on. Hey,
It's just
hold on.
like,
What
oh,
you say?
I know, so, like your whole point is that why do these old guys not acknowledge they're old? Meanwhile, Andre's like, I don't make a rap album because I'm an old man. And then all you say is fuck Andre, he should
let's
be
be
making
clear.
music.
See,
That's
you
some
don't want to argue.
bullshit.
Wait, wait. You don't want
Fuck
to
out of
argue
here
Here's
hip
for
the
hop
that
with
point.
me.
shit.
He has the
Wait, wait,
That's
point.
wait.
so
You don't want
fucked
to. Wait,
up.
wait. You don't want to argue hip hop with me.
He has the
He
point.
didn't tell his fan
Bro,
base.
because
They know
you're
he
putting
didn't. Hold on.
Eminem and
He
Andre in
didn't
the same
tell.
boat.
Hold on. Let me finish.
Eminem's still
He
making
didn't tell.
music.
He didn't tell
Eminem's
his
still
fan
lyrical,
base.
miracle, spiritual.
He didn't tell Andre didn't tell his fan base that his album was not a rap album until 2 days before the album came out. Why? Because he knew that he didn't have it, but he didn't want to lose the buzz for the album.
Andre's been literally telling people, everyone has asked him consistently, why don't you put nothing out? He's like, man, I'm old dude. I don't got nothing to rap about.
Cap,
Then he puts out an album and he's like,
cap.
I don't have
He
anything to
no no
rap
no.
about, just to
To
let
be
y'all know.
fair, he was saying
Wait,
that for a while, and then all of a sudden he got
He
He
was
Andre
out
started
in
saying that
Japan
last
playing a
year.
fucking
No, no,
flute.
Also,
no, no,
where
no.
are these?
He was when people trying to get him to
No,
rap. When
wait,
people
wait.
were trying to
He
get him to rap.
started saying that last
No, no,
year.
no, 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 no,
Where's
no.
these
Okay, hold
number
on.
of interviews that
You know what?
Andre
As
has
an
done over
actual
the past 2 years?
Andre fan, right? When he got out the game, he was making children's cartoons. He made a Class of 3000 and just made about a teacher teaching kids music and talking about fucking cultural differences and shit and getting people to just enjoy music. That's it. And
No,
you're
no,
like,
yeah,
he's like
no.
Eminem. Eminem
There
keeps
wasn't
coming
like a
back
shit ton of
out with rap. Go ahead, go
there
ahead.
wasn't like a whole bunch of interviews about it, but like every time somebody did something, Andre like, "Yo, man, when you get back in the game?" He's like, "Nah, man, I don't got it in me anymore, man. I'm not about rapping anymore. I'm not really about that anymore." And then the album hype did come up, and I will admit he waited till late in the game to
I
say it wasn't
rest
going to be a
my
rap album.
case. That's the
But
thing is that
no,
like
no, no, but don't act like he didn't say beforehand he was done with rapping. He's been saying that he's done with rapping for a while.
Shit,
you
he's
can't
getting
be done with
screwed right
you know
now on his
what? You
album.
can't be done with rapping if you had a feature 2 years ago.
That's the thing. That's why every time he had a feature, people are like, "What?
No,
An
wait.
Andre
Let's
feature?"
hold on. Let's be intellectually honest here. Andre 3000 never dropped a real solo album because he was never able to put together that many songs by himself. It's a fact. It's fine. Because guess what? I can go look up. Big Boy's album that he dropped by himself. Can't go find no Andre 3000 album, and it's fine. Not everybody can do it. It's fine. It's not for everybody. Jay Z can't do it after 2011. It's just like so. It's like we're gonna go ahead and be real. Wait. Wu was making a joke about Nas. He's like
But I
Nas
mean,
can't do it after the 90s.
nobody said that Andre should be putting out an album right now. Everyone said that, like, at least me, between me and 40, we all said
oh, but
Andre said he was done rapping.
With Nas, it'll be the opposite because he got old and then got Grammys.
Wait. No, because no, Nas is one of those people, and we're kind of seeing it with Kendrick, where it's like some people can age gracefully in rap. It just depends on what you were talking about. Pusha T is like, I am a coke rapper. That's what I rap about. So whether he's 28 or whether he's 44, as long as you're talking about coke, it's not going to change too much. Because guess what? Coke is one of those things where it's just like, I kind of expect old niggas to talk about dealing coke. But then you have someone like Drake. Then you have someone like Drake, or I'll use a better example. You have someone like Jay Z, who you used to sell drugs, but you've been famous, like a millionaire for like 25 years. And now you're a family man who talks about buying art and all this other stuff. And you want to drop an album talking about how you still deal coke? Stop. I don't need it. Jeezy the same way. Jeezy in my top 5 all time. Jeezy, stop. All right, stop. We see y'all here, dieting and exercising. All right, stop.
That's kind of what his
It's
last
like you
album
taking
had
care
a
of
lot to
yourself
do
now.
with, somewhat.
You said
That's
what?
what his last album kind of had a lot to do about. I was like, oh, I'm a little bit older now, but
I'm sorry. Which the one with DJ
no,
Drama?
no, no. The one that you
No,
hated,
no, what's that?
the
The
one that you
last
hate, the
one
one
he
that you
actually
listened to
dropped
and
was
hated.
technically a throwback to when he was dealing
No,
coke.
the one that you listened to and hated. The Please Forgive Me, God Ain't Forgotten Me, whatever the hell it was called. I can't think of what it was called right
There
now.
was some alright songs on it. There was some
No, there
Uploads
was
are
some alright
crazy though, I
songs,
gotta
but
say.
he was really talking about how I'm older now. Like this, people want the OGs. I'm
And
not
wait,
the
wait,
OG.
and guess
And you
what?
said you hated it.
Some guys can age gracefully. Nas can age gracefully. It looks like Kendrick can age gracefully because let's be clear, he turned, I think like 38, 39. Him and Drake are like the same age. Like they're getting older. Whose music seems like it's still like hitting when it drops? Because while Drake sells the most, it's typically because of features. What's the
No,
last solo Drake
no.
song?
I'd argue Drake's hitting more to the younger fan base because he changed his music to fit
I'll
the
be
younger
honest with
fan
you.
base. It doesn't hit
Honest
more
with you.
for us anymore because we don't
I
care
don't
about that
think
shit.
I don't think he hits more with the younger fan base. I think he has more crossover appeal because the younger fan base, you can go ask them
That's
what they listen to.
post
It's
Kendrick. That's this
wait,
post Kendrick beef.
and
That's post Kendrick beef.
it's a
Hold
lot
up,
of
hold up.
YFN.
It's kind
It's a lot of you know what I'm saying. It's a lot of like stuff like that. It's not.
of,
If you go ask a 20-year-old right now what he listens to, he's not like, oh, Drake.
hey,
Before the Kendrick beef, I think he probably would have
hey,
said Drake. There's a good
it's
chance he
kind
would
of
have said Drake.
it's kind of inappropriate to say that Drake hits more to the younger fan.
See, I expected the Canadian to say that. He's like, he's like, I ain't trying to get canceled, but you know, Chet over there is like, and the young girls love Drake. Not right now. Not right now. Stop. Not right. But nah, man. You know what? Once
What we
again,
listen
we
to
can
next
do.
week, man?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, 40. What you got for
Bro,
us today, bro?
can I have you just resend the thing of you putting Eminem and Three Stacks in the same category?
Well, let me be clear. Let me be clear. Let me be
That's
clear.
really fucked up.
Let me be clear. What I specifically was meaning is I'm talking about how people talk about them and it not measuring up to what they are right now. Eminem is garbage, and he's been garbage for more than a decade.
Machine
And
gun kelly killer.
Andre 3000 is garbage now. He's been garbage for more than 5 to 6, 7 years. Technically, I can make the argument that he's been garbage since they
You
broke
know,
up. Outkast broke up because
I see. You can't say garbage. You can say not his music hasn't been quote unquote legendary. But
Nigga,
what has Andre
okay.
dropped that's been garbage?
wait. Here's why I say garbage. Because he's never given us anything to listen to. It's
He gave us
features.
green light.
Anything. He literally, the last thing,
Wait.
you're
Give
literally
me
going
that
like,
Also,
how dare he, the
let me
silence
talk.
he's dropped is terrible because it's silent. It's like, what are we fucking talking about? Fucking
yeah.
fuck Young Dolph, man. He hasn't put an album out in so
Young,
long, he sucks. It's like,
Young
he's
Dolph is
dead.
terrible
Young
nowadays.
Dolph is dead.
What's crazy? You know what's
Whoa,
crazy?
whoa, whoa.
Dolph has a more recent solo album than Andre does.
I mean, man, I think it furthers my
That's my
point
argument.
is you can't just shit on Andre for being on features and just hanging out with some random people, being like, all right, Killer Mike, I'll do a verse for you, and then I'm going back to
No.
Japan to play a flute.
I 100% can shit on a rapper who is like he's the best of all time. He's one of the top five
But you
singers
need
of
to shit on
all
the
time.
fan base, not the
Wait.
rapper.
And then he's never ever giving you a real solo project. I can shit on.
You can shit on
That's like me
you can
being
shit on the
like,
fan
hey
base.
man,
You
I
can't
know
shit on
my
the
boy
rapper.
don't sing, but he don't record music. But he one of the greatest things I've ever heard. He don't record music.
But then,
Eventually, you're gonna be like, I mean,
Hey,
I kind of need to hear
but
him sing.
no. In order to shit on the rapper in that scenario, name one time Andre said he's the greatest rapper out there.
No. I said it's because of how he's talked
Okay.
about.
Yeah, but you're shitting on the fan base, but
So
you're
when I
blaming
say
the
something,
rapper for his fans.
it shouldn't be controversial
It just
for
sounds
me
like you're
to
blaming
say,
the
oh,
rapper for the
it
fans.
shouldn't be controversial. You see how 40's acting right now. It shouldn't be
But no,
controversial.
It's because
You're literally going like,
you're blaming the
see how
rapper
these
for the
people
fans.
talk about you? Fuck you. And then Andre's over here just fucking playing a flute. Andre's playing a flute, and you're just like, how dare you rap at me with this flute?
I waited until this year to say fuck Andre 3000 when once again he teased an album that he knew that he had not rapped
All
on
right,
and
Fulo's
didn't say anything
a
until right
certified
before it
hater.
dropped.
He's gonna be part of the haters ball. I got you. As we go
And
ahead and
guess
just
you
put
know
him
what's
up
crazy?
there.
You know what's crazy? Andre wouldn't even be invited because he don't rap no more. He don't
Andre's
rap
not a
no
hater
more.
either.
Side note,
Andre's just chilling. He's chilling on a new blue sun. Little plug for him.
side note.
And for the new
Yeah,
album, we're gonna be doing this short.
I've been listening to a lot of Dear Silas this week. I've also been listening to Toby Lou. Spoiler alert, depending on who I get
You
next week.
listen to Toby Lou?
Of course I listen to Toby Lou. Depending on who I get next week or next month, we might be hearing some Toby Lou real soon.
Okay. So I found out over the course of this album review club, I found out that Wu listens to Blast, which totally didn't see that coming. And you listen to Toby
How
Lou,
did you not see
didn't
that
see
coming?
that coming either.
Toby Lou essentially fits every category that I've talked about.
Well,
A happier rapper.
you have to realize, upon finding it out now, it makes sense. It's just not an artist I would be like,
Wait, so
oh,
I'm more
this is the artist you
surprised
gotta
that you
listen to.
listen to Toby Lou than I listen to Toby Lou, to be honest with you.
You said what?
I'm more surprised that you listen to Toby Lou than the fact that I listen to Toby Lou.
Okay, fair.
For what it's worth, how much Toby Lou do you listen to?
I have like 2 albums.
What 2 albums are those?
I'd have to close out the live to
All
tell
right,
you.
let me know.
So
Let me know later because
hold
anyway,
on.
yeah.
Give me a second. My bad. I got my computer open. Let me do my Googles. I got Toby Lou and the Juice, which came out in
17?
2018,
2018? Yeah.
and then it was 2018. And then I have I think it did he make an album called Non-Perishable?
Damn, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, that was gonna be my gift to you next month, man, if I had you. But I guess I gotta go back to the drawing board.
Hey,
God damn.
Cheddar, you so basic. You so basic, Cheddar.
Hey, don't be 40, bro. Don't just assume that I only listen to
You
trap
literally
albums.
just said you listened to the album that I was gonna present to you.
No. I'm saying. You were just like, I'm surprised you listen to Toby Lou. Hey, man, I'm diversified.
I figured he'd
You
be
know
too
what I'm saying?
happy
It's
for
like,
you.
shoot.
I figured he'd be too happy for
I
you.
already got my album for 40. Cause he gonna be mad, but he gonna appreciate it because I'm teaching him something.
All right, well, let me go and pick my album so that we can go and get up out of here. It's going to be
Yeah.
an artist called Dean Spencer, and it's going to be the album We Think We Alone. It's like his first album.
You
So,
think we alone?
yeah, We Think We Alone, Dean Spencer. It's 22 minutes, 8 songs. It shouldn't be that terrible.
I would agree with you, but it could probably be that bad.
I gotta go back to
Well,
the
we'll
drawing.
see. Well, that's what. Tune in next week to find out.
So what's it called? You are not alone.
Oh no, We Think We
Oh,
Alone.
We think we alone. Hey,
Yeah,
is
it's
it
his first
like
album.
is it an album about him like taking clog shoes from old ladies and lining them up, and all you hear is him taking it from them, like give me them clog shoes, and that's every track, like every track.
Oh no, you gotta switch it up. You gotta switch it up. Come here, bitch. Give.
Exactly. Ford is gonna be like, well, hold on. Yes, it's that, but he got a producer from Lithuania who who actually was his entire family was killed by clog shoes.
Jokes on you. He worked with Andre 3000. I'm just fucking with you. Take
I'll
that
be
off.
real with you, bro. Hey, that means he's done more work recently than Andre
Well, to be honest, he would have had more singles, more albums than he would have had.
has. It
But anyway,
literally is. If you are an artist that has dropped a solo album, you technically have more albums than Andre 3000. It's just like, or my bad, the same number of albums.
Hey, I know some niggas back home that got more albums than Andre 3000.
that's fair.
That's it, bro. Yo, we all got that one person that we hate. So Wu got Nas for some strange reason.
I don't,
It's
yo,
like,
yeah,
it's okay.
we
It's
gotta stop
okay.
trying to make that narrative.
Wait, so
I ain't
Wu
got
got
no beef
Nas.
with Nas.
Wu got Nas. I got probably Eminem, but if we're gonna make it more pertinent, we can say Andre. What is it? Apparently, Cheddar has just never really appreciated Gucci, which is crazy.
Yeah.
Like he's never truly
Eh.
appreciated what
I
Gucci
mean, I've
is.
grown. I like clone Gucci more than OG Gucci.
See, that's the most unpopular opinion you can have. Because Fat Gucci gave us so much music.
Yeah.
Like he gave us like Weird Al Yankovic like amount of music where it's just like, is this like you have terabytes of Gucci? Yeah.
Not a Weird Al though. Not a Weird Al reference.
And then
Wow.
40, I don't know. 40 thinks all black rappers are the same person outside of Andre. So he's like, hey, how many rappers are there at 40? He's like, well, there's Andre, and then aren't Jeezy and Kendrick Lamar the same person? It's
anyway,
like, shoot, he's making
it would be Big Sean for anybody. It would be Big Sean, without doubt.
yo,
Oh yeah.
that
It's
checks
just
out.
Big Sean.
That checks out. That checks out because as someone who actually likes Big Sean, I can understand someone hating
Yeah,
him.
You know the phrase. You know the phrase. Your rapper's favorite rapper. Big Sean finds those guys and then he copies them.
Hey, yo, hold on.
it's messed up because sometimes they copy him.
In fact,
And you know what? And you
in
hear his
fact,
albums,
There's an
you're like, man,
argument to
why did
be
he copy
made.
that guy?
There's an argument to be made that there's multiple worldwide known rappers who completely copy this style.
such as Drake and Ludacris.
Hey, you know what they did? They copied them and they got
Parade, Macy's.
And yo,
they
man,
put a
we'll
little
bring us home,
spike
big
on it.
dog. Bring us home. This was a good one. You know what I'm saying? This is one of the ones. This is one of the
All
ones
right,
right
Dear
here. You know what I'm
Silas,
saying?
thank you for this entertaining week.
Thank you,
Dean
Dick.
Dean Spencer. We think we alone. Straight Line Entertainment
We think we're alone.
with some niggas tonight. Oh my god.
I'm out.
Peace.